Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas
and make even dumber drawings.
I'm Karina.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Jacob.
And I'm Julia.
Wow, you better not make me feel any negative emotions during this intro, or else I'll get akumatized and I'll do something silly.
Whoa.
What does that mean?
That's a very loaded question, I realize, as I choose to host today's Miraculous Ladybug episode.
Wow.
Is that what the show is about?
A show that only I'm familiar with, I now realize.
I've literally never heard of it until you in the Discord were like, should I host a Miraculous Ladybug episode?
People want it.
As the resident fake Gen Z person of this team,
You're on the border.
I am familiar with Miraculous Ladybug, and we've gotten a bunch of people asking for a Miraculous Ladybug themed episode. So all this time later, we decided to do it, and hopefully it's still wanted.
Yeah.
I kept ignoring the suggestion because I didn't know anything about it. And I didn't think anyone else on the team did.
It was me.
But it was Karina the whole time.
The local fake Gen Zer.
Yay.
It's me, the local pretending to be a Zoomer in all ways in my life. So I know Miraculous Ladybug. I use Tumblr. Still. So
we all have them.
It's a superhero show.
Oh.
It's a French animated show, I believe.
Voilà.
It's about these superheroes, Ladybug and Cat Noir. And they go around stopping these things called Akuma, which are created by this dude Hawkmoth. And what he does is anytime someone gets mad, he sends this little butterfly demon after them, and they turn into a supervillain based on whatever they're mad about.
So never get mad.
Oh, I
Never get
love
mad.
that. That's fun.
Wow.
Damn.
I wish
Or
someone
else
would
evil father will find you.
send me a butterfly demon when I get mad.
Don't we all? But I'd argue that you don't, because a lot of these supervillains are pretty silly, and if I turn into a supervillain in this manner, I'd be embarrassed. So I figured I'd give you some info about some of these supervillains.
Okay.
And you could just you could draw them for me, please.
I'm going to draw
You could do.
a silly supervillain.
Yeah. So Nathan, you're first?
Yes.
Well, I figured I'd give you the most iconic Miraculous Ladybug villain,
Uh-oh.
Mr. Pigeon.
Oh.
Yeah.
This dude was pissed about pigeons.
He is so pissed about pigeons. He's been pissed about pigeons nonstop since this show first started. He has been it's called Akumatized when you get turned into a supervillain. He's been Akumatized 72 times, which is the most out of anyone in this show.
So it just keeps happening?
Yeah, because he keeps getting mad about pigeons.
Mad about
He
pigeons.
can't stop himself.
Because some of the reasons I've gathered from various wikis about why he was angry include wants to turn pigeons into the city's first-class citizens and get rid of all the park police.
Oh, so he's mad about how pigeons are being treated.
Yeah, and he wants to give the pigeons of Paris the right to experience culture. He just really
this does
he has
feel
a lot of
very
thoughts
French.
about pigeons.
Yeah.
It's a French
his
show,
version
yes.
of dogs should be able to vote.
Yeah, he thinks pigeons should be able to vote.
The French just want their culture strongly represented at all times.
Even by pigeons.
Even by pigeons.
And his superpowers include able to control and communicate with pigeons using his pigeon whistle.
Pigeon whistle.
He's just a little pigeon guy.
Pigeon whistle.
Pigeons are so stupid.
Yeah.
Don't let Mr. Pigeon hear you say
you're
that,
going to piss him
Jacob.
off and he's
I
going to
hope
turn
he
into
does.
Mr. Pigeon a 73rd time.
I'll debate Mr. Pigeon in the forum of open ideas and discourse, and I will win.
Do you want to know my pigeon fact?
Yes.
Pigeons see at a rate that if they were to watch a movie, like a film movie,
Movie film.
they would see the reel itself.
Because they see too fast.
Because they see too fast, which is why they leave so late. You know when you walk up to a pigeon and you're like, move, move!
Yeah.
And then they don't until you're
that's how I
you're a
always
second
walk up.
away
Yeah.
from kicking them.
Because they know they got plenty of time.
Because they got plenty of
They're
time.
seeing so fast.
But also, this means that if this man were to share a French film with this pigeon, the pigeon would be like, "Well, this is crap. I'm sorry, this is crap."
Yeah, they can't appreciate film. They only can watch the 4K Hobbit movies that were in that horrendous frame rate.
They would need
The
they would need
biggest
the
frame rate.
Yeah.
they would need the 60 FPS with the motion. What's
Motion
the
smoothing
motion
on.
smoothing?
Yeah, they watch everything with motion smoothing on.
Yeah. Can I also add that another reason he was akumatized for the 51st time, it was because he decided that pigeons have it hard in Paris and tries to take all the pigeons to the moon.
If I were to think about a persecuted group in Paris, perhaps the pigeons are not what I would think.
It
of.
No,
seems
it's
like
pigeons,
they've got
right?
it pretty good, except for I watched that. What was it? It was like Planet Earth.
Oh yeah, about the New York pigeons.
I think it's the Paris pigeons. They got catfish.
Oh yeah, the ones that get eaten by
they
the
get
catfish.
eaten by
Oh my
catfish.
God.
They get
Yeah.
catfished.
The pigeons literally just stand by the bank of this river,
They have no natural predators besides these catfish.
and they choose to go in the only place where the catfish has access to them, and then all stand there. And my favorite clip is one of the catfish comes out of the water, devours a pigeon whole,
Oh my
and the pigeon
God.
standing next to it doesn't even move. He just keeps standing there.
Well,
That's a 2021 mood. ain't
it watched it happen so clearly and
Yeah.
crisply with its pigeon vision.
But wasn't able to think maybe I shouldn't stand by this river.
It hated that guy. It was like fucking good. I'm glad.
One less pigeon in my space, taking up my space by the riverbank.
I'd leave that space for Tom and Tom only. That was a MySpace joke.
Thank you for explaining
I'm
it.
glad.
I was fully just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, Tom. I was thinking
all
of
know.
Toonami Tom.
Yeah.
The only person,
Only him.
the only room I have in my heart is for Toonami Tom.
I thought that the pigeon's name was Tom, and he was referring to himself in the third person.
See, we all thought different stuff.
Being like, this
Oh,
is
and that
Tom's
was-
His name
space.
is Xavier,
The
and
pigeon
The
man?
Pigeon Man?
the pigeon man, and his
Amazing.
favorite pigeon's name is Edgar.
Edgar Wright, the filmmaker.
Yes.
That's why Edgar Wright's such a good director, because he sees so many frames.
Because he's a pigeon, actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I should also add that as part of his pigeon controlling powers, he can control the pigeons to you know that thing where in cartoons the school of fish make shape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that with the pigeon.
Oh.
Pigeon makes shape.
Pigeon make shape.
What are some shapes that the pigeons make?
Square.
Here, I'll just read you some of the
Circle.
captions from this wiki. Mr. Pigeon with a ball of pigeons on each arm. Pigeons capturing Cat Noir. Pigeon planes.
Pigeon planes.
Oh my god.
That sounds like something I would see in a Rorschach test. And I'd have to say that to my psychiatrist. The psychiatrist would be like, what do you see in the ink blot? And I'd be like, pigeon plane?
And they're like, interesting.
Man with pigeons on either shoulder? I don't... Please
I'm gonna
don't think
be
I'm
honest
weird.
with you, Doc. I see Pigeon Man with a ball of pigeons on either arm. He's like, that's what you say about every ink blot I show you.
Can you describe it to me without using the word pigeon?
It's
No.
impossible.
Can't.
What else can I see?
Once you see the pigeon, you can't not see the pigeon. Oh my god.
He's got his pigeons.
Oh, ooh.
Pigeon ball.
Pigeon ball.
Ew. It's
Oh.
chunky.
You said it was on his arm.
I mean, yeah, you got me there.
This is sort of a combo of two drawings I've done in the past. One was of a pigeon person for the urban fantasy episode. And this pigeon ball is kind of reminding me of that toilet rabbit that I drew.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Pigeon balls are the toilet rabbits of the sky.
pigeon balls are the toilet rabbits of the sky.
Pigeon balls are
Of
the toilet
this-
rabbits of the sky.
Of this guy.
Of this guy.
Pigeon balls are the toilet rabbits of this guy.
This guy.
This guy right here.
So he's
We're good at
really
jokes.
he's really big is what.
Apparently.
These pigeons are very tiny.
We did that a whole bit just for the person that said they can't watch Drawfee because we repeat each other too much.
Yeah, that one was for you, buddy.
Yeah,
I just want to
still
point out I
watching.
did not
You can leave
participate.
now.
Julian literally never participates in the repetition. I don't think Julia's ever repeated
Never.
once on Drawfee. Julia only
Never.
says individual Julia things.
You mean like this arm is what I imagined down comforters were when I learned of what they were when I was a child?
You thought they were full of birds?
Well, my mom said they were made out of like feathers, and I was like, birds?
You're like, you know what else is made out of feathers?
Birds.
Birds.
Pillows full of birds.
Pillows full of birds. It
Pillows
makes
full
sense.
of birds. This blanket full of birds.
This bird full of feathers.
Open them up, full of feathers. You know,
Nathan, this is cool.
this is cool.
Thank you.
Kind of looks like Space Ghost.
It's like if Space Ghost was a pigeon.
Giving me
It's
Space
like
Ghost
a
vibes.
space ghost. We're like really mad about pigeons.
Yeah.
It's kind of giving me space ghost vibes.
I get the sense that probably Pigeon Man. Is he Pigeon Man?
Mr. Pigeon.
Mr. Pigeon.
Mr. Pigeon.
Is probably
Monsieur
not
Pigeon?
actually this buff. That's my guess.
He got Akumatized.
You know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing the guy from Hey Arnold but had all the pigeons on his roof. And then,
Sure.
And then he basically became Jellicle at the end of his episode,
become
and the
Jellicle.
pigeons
Jellicle.
carried him. They carried him to the heavy side layer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. He was the Jellicle choice of the pigeons.
They literally carried him up into the sky, and Arnold's just like, goodbye, and then you never see him again.
Can I shout out another person in our comments that I see, or just
Yes.
people in general?
Yes.
The people who say this episode is not free of discussion of Cats 2019. That one's
Yeah.
for you.
You should never assume an episode's going to be free of discussion of
You
Cats
should assume it
2019.
will have it.
Yeah, if it doesn't, that's the exception.
I literally just watched a video about why Cats 2019 broke my brain the way that it did.
Oh.
And
Your
it
brain
makes so much more
specifically?
sense.
Yeah, it's crazy someone made that video about you.
Yeah.
Very tailored content.
Yeah. Tailored
What was
Swift content.
What was the answer?
Basically, that nothing lines up with anything. Like, it's not just even the scale and the backgrounds that doesn't make sense, but basically that every department was so rushed.
Oh, so the faces are incorrect.
But no, even the beats are incorrect. Like
yeah,
the
like-
scene where the bugs are tapping to the music, the bugs are tapping to a different beat than the song, so it's not lining up. But also, the orchestra had to try to follow the improv singing
Oh,
of the
yeah,
actors.
yeah. Okay.
So it confused my brain too much.
It is quite like a dream.
Yeah. That's a cool design you're adding here.
It's like a nightmare dressed like a daydream.
Yeah. I think William Shakespeare said that once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have like a logo?
I mean,
Is it
they
like
are super villains. Is that like a window?
Is it a boob
Nathan,
window? Hey,
why is he
Nathan?
hot?
He's Mr. Pigeon.
That doesn't answer my question.
Have you seen pigeons? They're
Yeah.
hot.
Okay,
listen,
Jacob.
This is the least I've known about anything going into an episode. I
you
have
need
no
more
idea what the.
information?
No.
I feel like I've done a bad job
No.
explaining.
No,
what
you're
this
doing
show
great.
is.
We just
I
have
just
never
don't-
interacted.
I don't know what the visual
It's very
style of the
difficult
show is.
to
I don't know
explain.
what anything
Yeah, you're
looks
going in
like.
cold. At least
So-
everyone else will have a bit of a primer. But like, this show is very convoluted in its lore, and I realize now how difficult it is to explain to someone who has no idea what's going on.
I mean, I think I kind of nailed this though.
Yeah, I like this
You
guy.
wanted a hot pigeon man.
Oh, I didn't
right?
say that, but I mean, I'll always
You didn't
accept one.
say it, but
what
you
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 wanted.
didn't say it with
Yeah.
your words, but you kind of said it.
I mean, you
your
could
vibe.
argue that Mr. Pigeon is hot. Maybe.
You
You
can
can
argue that any
Yeah.
one is hot. You're gonna say the same thing.
Yep.
You want to say it at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, say
But
it
then they'd
together.
be
Let's do it.
repeating.
No,
You-
we're not. It's not repeating
No,
if
we're
it
saying
happens at the same time.
Ready?
Okay.
You could argue that anybody is hot.
Oh, you said anybody, but I said anyone.
Wow.
Oh my
Which one are we
god.
gonna
Well,
go
you can't
with?
be too similar.
Anybody? Let's do anybody.
I feel like anyone is less word jumbling.
Okay, let's do anyone.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah. You could argue that anyone.
is hot.
I I couldn't get through it because Nathan put his face in his hands.
I'm done. I don't want to draw anymore.
Let's look at Monsieur Pigeon.
I like yours.
Show me Mr. Pigeon.
Oh.
No,
he's like
that. He's a guy.
He is kind of strong though.
the image of him holding these pigeons is insane.
It's crazy.
I might.
What a visual.
I might just in the render. I might just take one of these pigeon balls and put them.
You should.
Where I put the pigeon
copy
ball.
and
I think you
so
deserve that.
I don't.
He
wanna
really
have
is
to-
just a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have a strong upper body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does have defined pectorals and shoulders.
Yeah, but his head also does look like a butt plug.
Wow, it really does.
Yeah.
So, like, you win some, you lose some.
Wow. Really
But
good.
He's
But-
an icon. We
but
love
that's,
him.
That's not something he's mad about.
Yeah.
He never gets akumatized.
Yeah, he doesn't get turned into Mr. Not a Butt Plug.
Oh my god. All right. Thank you for this, Karina.
You're welcome.
Jacob, you draw now.
Yeah, I'd like to go, please.
Okay, Jacob.
I'm ready. I'm gonna become Mr. Drawing.
Whoa.
Because you're angry about
I'm
drawing.
mad about drawing.
Yeah.
I will say that some of them have some stupid names, but this one, maybe not. Jacob, can you please draw me Animaestro?
Oh.
The anime maestro?
The anime maestro.
Wow.
Is that what he's mad about? Anime soundtracks?
There aren't enough. They're all so good. I wish there were more.
His initial conflict, it put in short, is wants people to appreciate his job as a movie director and recognize the power of animation.
Wow.
And his superpower is that he can shapeshift into a variety of 2D animated beings that grant him any superpowers he requires. But if no one watches him, he becomes immobilized.
Whoa.
He wants cartoons to be real.
Is this a self-insert?
Here's the funny story. Yes.
Okay.
How did you know?
Because it's an animated show. This is a guy whose power is animation.
The person who turns into Animaestro is Thomas Astruc, who is the director of Miraculous Ladybug in the real world. But in Miraculous Ladybug, he directed the Ladybug and Cat Noir movie in universe.
Wow.
And it is just the guy.
And
It's the real man.
his name is Thomas Astruck?
I don't
Very
know.
French name, yeah.
I don't know how to say it better than that. So yes, but I didn't say ass truck.
Wow, that's another Tom that it could have been.
Yeah, it was actually
MySpace
director of Miraculous Ladybug,
Yeah.
who before anyone lights up the comments, I don't have an opinion of.
All right.
Neither do I.
None of us
I
do,
know
is
nothing
the
about this
thing.
man.
But in the show, he's just a guy who become a cartoon.
Okay.
You
I just
defeat
think
him by
he's-
ignoring him. I love that.
Yeah. I haven't watched this episode, but I guess it's like Weeping Angel rules.
Yeah.
Like reverse Weeping Angel rules. If you look at the Weeping Angels, they don't move.
Oh, right.
So he's like a reverse of that. No, I like that take because a lot of people have, since the Weeping Angels episode, have done that thing. But
Yeah.
this
This
guy
looks
was like, you have to be watching me or else I will die.
Yeah, I want negative attention, please.
I'm drawing a disco man.
You are drawing a disco man.
This is a perfect disco pose.
Maybe
But
he's
is this Thomas Astruc?
maybe he's taking the form of a Disco Man cartoon.
Well, I was thinking he'd just be like, I haven't decided what I want his face to look like yet, so we're just gonna put that
French.
in.
He's French.
Draw my father.
I was thinking maybe he'd have like sort of his arm coming up, but then it turns into like a flat, like cartoon hand
Oh.
that he's like gonna hit you with.
Hit
Like
me
it
with your
flattens
flat
out.
hand.
Little flat hand.
So yeah, we could do like sort of like one of these things.
That's
So
cool.
you can tell that it's like a flat hand.
Yeah. The flat hand disco.
So he just like,
Disco flat
you know,
Yeah, it's all the rage on TikTok these days.
he grabs you with like his animated fingers.
It's a weird sentence.
That's what he does.
Not his animated fingers.
My
Yeah.
animated finger.
So they can do like cartoon stuff, like stretch out, and maybe he's like a Mr. Fantastic.
Wow.
And then in this hand, he's gonna have the director's
Script?
the director's clapper.
Yeah, that they famously use in animation.
Yeah.
Well, he's a director. He's got to have the clapper.
You gotta clap it.
Director's clapper? I don't know why that got me so bad.
Because it's wrong and stupid.
Oh, it's very funny though.
Can I say that on because I'm sourcing my various things because this show is very difficult to discuss from various fan wikis, and on the Miraculous Ladybug wiki under personality it says he is a very nice man and usually upbeat and excited about his movie premieres. He just wants to be recognized and appreciated for his work, but has a tendency to be ignored by everyone. As Animaestro, he is determined to show everyone what animation is capable of. But under the antagonist wiki, it says, as Animaestro, he is determined to show everyone what animation is capable of. Like his real-world counterpart, he's more of an asshole to everyone and does whatever he can to get what he desires.
Wow.
Damn.
All
Shots
right.
fired.
Whoever wrote the antagonist wiki has beef.
All right, dang.
Shit.
He's
mean,
got on
that's-
like big goofy shoes,
Yuck.
big cartoon shoes.
That's sort of the way with creatives, you know? It's like they're really nice to some people, and then if you catch them at the wrong time, you just think, ooh, that guy's an asshole.
That's me.
Yeah, I think that about Karina all the time.
Yeah, I think that about Jacob a lot.
It's one of those things that I just think about Nathan like that frequently.
Yeah.
What do directors wear?
T-shirts
T-shirts.
and hoodies.
Maybe like
That's
some
not like a
pants.
director outfit though. I feel like they always have like a
They got like
Vest.
a scarf.
A scarf.
A scarf and like a
He's French, so you could have a
a
beret.
visor. Oh, beret is good also.
Yeah, remember, this is a very French show.
yeah. So we'll have like the scarf.
What was that movie? Mank? That was about a director, right?
Dank?
Dank?
You're thinking of Monk?
I'm thinking
About detective.
Donk?
Coming soon to theaters.
Yeah.
Donk.
I was thinking about donk. You're right. I can't believe I pronounced donk so wrong.
So wrong.
I was thinking it, but you said it. I'm so glad you did.
One brain cell. One brain cell.
Hey, Jacob, this looks like BBC's Sherlock.
It does look like TVC Sherlock.
It's like BBC Sherlock, but with big hands.
Is this Benedict?
Wow, it kind of does. I mean, you're not wrong. The sideburn didn't help even. That made it worse probably.
Nope. Still looks like BBC Sherlock, but
Well,
with
I'm
big
going to give him
hands.
like one of these situations.
Okay.
Huh?
These little mustache beard situations.
Yeah, that helped.
Now he looks like a French BBC Sherlock.
This is how they do the French version. Is
Yeah.
they CGI on a little mustache.
Yeah. they
Otherwise,
make his-
French people won't understand.
They won't understand what Benedict
his
Cumberbatch
hands
is saying.
massive.
They look
The
at the
show just-
mustache,
Yeah.
how the mouth is moving.
You know, I watched it when I was in America, and it wasn't clicking for me, that show. And then I went to visit my grandma, and suddenly there, I don't know.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It's like, wow, I get it.
I get it now. I get why there's so much hype around this show.
Yeah. His powers of deduction make so much more sense now.
Yeah. Before I wasn't buying it.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. He's supposed to be a Poirot. Okay. I see.
I get it. He's like Donk.
I get it. He's like Dom.
Like
Sort
my
of a
favorite
donk
detective,
figure.
Donk.
God.
Jacob, this is such a goofy fellow.
Yeah, I like him.
Well, it's because everybody got a clue when
Yeah.
we saw Mr. Pigeon. It's like, oh, I didn't make
now
him
they're all
goofy
gonna
enough.
look like Mr. Pigeon.
Well, Julia's gonna have both Mr. Pigeon and
Yeah.
Animaestro
that
to work from.
Maybe it's a bit late to like add this on, but this was one of those fun episodes where they were able to just go a little buck wild stylistically.
Oh, that's cool.
Because he does turn into different 2D.
Oh, is it like a gumball situation?
Yeah.
I love when they do that in gumball.
Yeah, so, and it's, in case it wasn't clear from Mr. Pigeon, this is a 3D show, so he
Yes.
does just turn into like 3D different styles of character.
What's this guy's name? Mr. Donk?
Mr. Donk?
This is Animaestro.
It is
Animaestro.
Animaestro, the anime maestro.
I like his cape is film.
It's film.
Whoa.
His cape is film.
His cape
That's
is
very
film.
good.
What else do directors do?
They say action and cut.
I feel like we're really leaning hard on the director and not the fact that he's an animation director.
Animation directors don't look like anything.
They don't exist.
They're invisible.
They're invisible. Only film directors look like thing.
Jacob, you've met an animation director.
And
I was there.
I couldn't perceive him.
Wow.
It's like, wow, this guy could be anything.
I can only see him at the corner of my eyes. If I don't look directly at him, I can see a vague shape.
I mean, if I had just drawn Spencer, it would just look like a guy.
Oh, you should have just drawn Spencer.
This is what Spencer looks like in France.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is what he looks like in France.
This is Frencer.
Frencher.
Frencher.
Director of Miraculous Ladybug.
Frencher.
Frencher.
I guess I'm done.
Damn.
Here he is.
Would you look at him or would you look away, causing him to be immobile?
Well, I think because he's so motionful, I'd be tempted to look at him.
If he clapped his clapper, I'd probably look at him.
Yeah, I'd be like, why do you have that in animation?
It's for this reason, because he can clap it and get your attention. And then when you look over, he grabs you with his animated fingers.
Well, it is big hand.
His big hand, his
Big
animated
flat
fingers.
hand.
Okay, well, do you want to see the real self-insert of the director of Miraculous Ladybug?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
There he is.
Oh.
Is he Guillermo del Toro?
No.
Wow, he does look like Guillermo del Toro.
He does, but no.
That's
And-
cool. He's all scribbly
Yeah, and
inside.
he has all his different little cartoon forms.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome.
I like
I like
that.
this. Yeah, I like this guy.
Yeah.
So he does just look like a guy, though.
He is just a guy.
So mine also is a guy.
Yeah, this
He's kind
could
of
be.
just a guy wearing a mask, but he's like scratched out.
So I got it.
Cute.
I got it, basically.
I like his little Voltron.
How are you
form.
gonna look away from that giant unicorn vomiting a rainbow?
You gotta.
It's impossible.
You gotta.
Yeah, you have to, Nathan.
Dang.
Please look away.
Stop looking at it.
I
I
can't.
love this nervous bird.
Everyone turn away from the screen so we can move on to the next segment.
Go away. Go away, BBC Sherlock. Go away.
Me.
Julia.
Julia.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I've never been more ready for the show that I've only just heard of
Yeah,
this
well,
now.
it's French. One of the running themes of Miraculous Ladybug is girl power.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, why don't you give me iconic girl villain, Queen Banana, please?
Is that you, Karina? You don't like bananas.
No, Queen Banana loves bananas.
Oh,
I
she's
thought
so
mad about bananas.
She's angry. Well, again,
No.
Mr. Pigeon is angry because pigeons aren't appreciated enough.
Yeah.
So
She's
maybe-
mad at me for not liking bananas.
She loves bananas so much.
Her motive is wants to prove herself the rightful lead actress in the movie Kriatika and get revenge on her half-sister Zoe for stealing the role from her, which I guess has to do with bananas.
Yeah, where does bananas come into play?
I don't know. I'm telling you, I can't explain this show to you. Don't look at me. But I will tell you that her powers include that she wields a pistol that shoots bananas that transform any person they hit into a banana,
Oh.
which is
Banana
kind of my
gun.
nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were a banana, what would you do?
Dude, I'd die.
Dang.
What if you couldn't die, though?
She also rides a flying go-kart equipped with banana cannons. That can also turn people into bananas.
Are they, sorry, when they get turned into bananas, and it's okay if you don't know the answer to this, are they like still, do they have consciousness?
That's a great question.
Or are
that
they
I
just-
will look up.
Are they just bananas?
Unclear. There's also a character in Miraculous Ladybug who is just a guy who's always in a banana suit.
That's fun.
Was he impervious
I don't know.
to her attacks?
Do the people who get turned into bananas, is that permanent? Like after you defeat her, do they get turned back,
No,
or
once
is that
you,
just?
once you defeat an Akuma, everything gets reset.
Oh, okay.
So do they have the memory of being a banana?
Yeah.
I wonder how that affects you
Yeah.
psychologically.
Do you think you can ever eat a banana again?
Yeah, because you would know what it was like to be banana. What if being a banana was great?
What if nothing in life makes you as happy as how you felt when you were a banana?
Like, I can never achieve that again.
That's the next supervillain.
This person who wants to be a banana.
Again.
I just want to be a banana.
I didn't have to think about politics when I was a banana.
I wonder if that banana guy's ever been akumatized.
You should have become banana, Princess Banana,
Queen banana.
Queen Banana.
Hopefully someday. Also, apparently, she is aided by an incredibly strong giant gorilla that throws giant bananas that transform any person they touch into a banana.
I get it.
It's Donk.
It's Donk.
Donk?
Donk is here.
You don't have to draw all of that if you don't want to, Julia.
Oh, I
just
won't.
find it very funny.
Yeah.
That there's so many layers to Queen Banana's mission to turn
right.
everyone into a banana, which is somehow getting revenge on her half-sister.
Julia's just drawing the banana version of Widow
Maker.
from Overwatch.
She was French.
She was
Yeah.
French, and we don't know her stance on bananas.
We love French representation with
I thought-
their
I was
crazy
thinking of-
villains.
I was thinking of Black Widow.
No.
No.
Like, I thought she was Asian.
Widowmaker Overwatch.
Thank you.
God.
Thank you.
Good joke, Karina.
Good joke.
Good joke, Karina.
That really got, yeah.
Perfect. Oh my gosh.
I do like that on the antagonist wiki under powers and ability, aside from the banana gun that turns people into bananas, it's driving a flying car. Damn, this queen can drive a flying car.
A flying car.
Flying go-kart.
Specifically.
I just,
You don't need a license to drive a go-kart.
I just love that this is, it's like, yeah, her motivation is getting back at her half-sister.
For something presumably unrelated to bananas. I need to figure this out.
Maybe
We have to go deeper.
they had
We
like
gotta go
one
deeper.
conversation where her half-sister was like, you know, I'm really glad that everyone isn't bananas. And she was like, well,
She's like, actually, that pisses me off.
Actually, I took that personally.
I'm gonna turn everyone into bananas. So
And that will get me the role somehow.
yeah. Well, if everyone's a banana except me, I get the role. Unless that one banana is really good at acting.
Yeah, I still lose the role
Still
to a
loses.
banana.
It's just the director's like, you know what? I really like the way the banana is interpreting the role.
Your half sister, who's now a banana, is even better at the role than before.
I was thinking that maybe it wasn't working, but now that she's a banana, she's gotta stay.
Something special about that banana.
She does look very regal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has
she is.
a queenly visage
Yeah.
and a gun.
And
Well, right now it's just sort of a box, but
Yeah. I'm trying to decide how a banana gun would work. Oh, you know what?
it shoots bananas that turn people into bananas.
yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to have a barrel that fires a banana.
Bro, there's just bananas everywhere.
Oh, crossbow.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a bottom-loaded
Banana crossbow.
banana crossbow. So it's gonna have but they have things called banana clips.
Oh,
do I work that in?
Is
Two
that
banana
one of those
clips holding
that's like a curve?
Yeah, it's like that.
Banana clip.
Yeah. I didn't know that was called a banana clip, but it makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just stick one on the bottom of the crossbow.
Yeah.
I gotta make the oh my god, I gotta make the crossbow longer.
Long
It
enough?
also would be very French
that
for her to have a crossbow.
It is French.
My parents have a crossbow in their living room, and that is not a joke.
To be fair, your dad has a crossbow in the living room.
That's true. It was given to us by my grandmother.
A family
I don't
heirloom
think your
crossbow.
mom would own a crossbow if left to her own devices.
No, she wasn't a fan of the time that we shot the crossbow across the street into our neighbor's yard, and we lost the bolt back there.
Yeah, that sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
You could have turned someone into a banana.
Yeah. Well,
Have
Right.
you considered?
Oh, I like the
it's a little
peel
peel coat.
It's a peeling.
I was gonna make it. Yeah. I was gonna make it like a dress.
Yeah.
It could be a dress.
Yeah. Cover up that foot.
Yeah.
Draw a foot, cover up a foot.
Get rid of it.
Delete your art.
Delete your art.
You heard it here, folks.
Turn it into a banana. Whatever
Yeah.
you were drawing has
It's a
been
banana
shot
now.
has been shot by the banana gun. It is a banana now. You must now turn your art into banana and shoot banana gun at 5 other artists and have them turn their art into banana.
Okay, I think I figured out where the banana theming came from. Maybe.
Okay.
It's just that's what she decided her character in the movie should have been.
A banana queen?
Yes.
What? That answers
Right.
less than knowing nothing.
It's gonna be loaded with tiny bananas. I've decided. Baby bananas.
You can make the bananas whatever size you want, as long as they're not plantains.
I think she just had bananas on the mind. That's all.
Damn,
I
she's
love that
thinking
for
about
her.
bananas. Oh, I'm just thinking about bananas.
Yeah, that's what Ed
Who,
Sheeran
me?
wrote that song
Yeah.
about.
Thinking out loud about bananas.
Yeah, but then they were like, that's kind of weird, so we changed it to toes. I don't actually know what that song's about.
I was also trying to think of the real words, and I couldn't. I could only think about toes.
Yeah.
It's the real song is just about falling in love in a very normal way.
Okay, well.
It has nothing to do with bananas or toes.
Well, that's because they made him change it.
Yeah,
Well,
twice.
doesn't it actually say people fall in love in mysterious ways?
Yeah, but that's pretty
Being turned
normal.
into a banana can be a mysterious way.
Yeah.
If everyone's falling in love in mysterious ways, then that makes it normal to fall in love in mysterious ways. Got him.
Well, he didn't say everyone. He said people.
He said people.
He said people.
That implies that it's common.
No, it doesn't.
No, he's Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
This episode is
This episode
Wild.
is nothing.
having fun. I'm having
It's
fun.
something.
It's good.
I feel like I should add further context to this show because I'm giving you very little to work off of. But because you get akumatized by Hawkmoth, the main villain.
Right.
And when you get akumatized, he sends that little butterfly to you and it goes pew, and like Hawkmoth talks to you in your head and he'll be like, so Mr. Pigeon, how do you feel about this? Okay, well, if you're mad, you should go get me the cat noir and the ladybug's little trinkets so I can have their powers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he's usually the one naming the villains. So most of the names come from Hawkmoth himself. Not Queen Banana, though.
Oh, she came up with that herself.
Yeah, she came up with it herself. But a lot of the other ones,
True queen move.
which I feel like I should have an honorable mentions list of,
Oh yeah, let's get some.
Please.
some good names, such as Gamer.
Games can be anything.
Gamer. Who else? Simple Man was one I was looking at for this episode.
Simple man.
Yeah,
Just a
it's just
simple
a
man.
simple man.
That would have been a good one for Julia.
It's just a simple man.
I gave this one to Julia thinking maybe she'd also lean into the horrific body horror of being turned into a banana.
You know, I thought about it.
I'll admit that. But you don't have to.
I was thinking about it, and then
Thinking out loud.
Like Ed Sheeran.
I was thinking about it in mysterious ways.
Yeah, as you typically do.
No, actually what happened was that I started drawing and Photoshop started hitching, and I was just like, just get through.
Get it done.
Just get it in.
Everyone just imagine what Julia would have drawn.
Yeah.
You know what?
Photoshop not been hitching.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
For a little body horror.
You decide as I list off some other silly villain names, such as Simon Says and Roger Cop, who is just a guy named Roger who is a cop.
Wow.
His name is Roger Cop now.
Roger Cop.
Amazing. I love that. It seems like someone was like, you have to have like a cop villain, and he was like, I don't even want to put any effort into thinking about what he would be like. He's just gonna be Roger Cop.
Where's some other ones? The Mime.
Of course.
Guitar Villain.
That's actually amazing.
He phoned it in that day. He was like, you got a guitar, you're a villain. You'll never guess what your name's gonna be, buddy.
I'm not in the mood today. Your guitar villain.
Because at this point, like, Hawkmoth is a known entity, right? Like, you realize that if you get angry enough, there's a chance that Hawkmoth's gonna come talk to you in your head, and maybe people are like, "Oh, it's my turn. I was angry enough. Hawkmoth noticed me. I'm very excited to find out what my villain name is." And he's just like, "What are you? It's a guitar villain." I haven't had my coffee yet today.
Yeah.
Just your guitar villain.
Your guitar villain.
You know how Guitar Hero?
You're
like that, but villain.
But villain.
Ooh, there's a Christmas special where Santa Claus gets akumatized.
Julia put a tiny person inside the face.
Yay!
Perfect. You'll
It's
never
the sticker.
guess who Santa Claus is as a villain.
Mrs. Claus?
Manta Claus.
Wow.
Tom Allen?
Tom Allen.
Tim Allen? What's his name?
It's
Tom
Santa
from
Claus.
MySpace.
Tom
but
from MySpace?
Claus like the
Oh, that's so stupid. I would never
like
have
the
thought of
Yu-Gi-Oh
it because it's too
monster.
obvious.
Yeah. Like the Yu-Gi-Oh monster.
What's Santa mad about? Too many naughty kids?
Probably.
Too much presents deliver?
He wants to give a bad Christmas to everyone except for Adrian.
Oh, you go, Adrian.
Yeah, good for Adrian.
Way to go, Adrian.
He's a good little guy.
I swear to God, I would go crazy on all of you, but if it weren't for Adrian,
You're lucky Adrian's holding me back.
Adrian's the only thing keeping me sane in this world. Thank you, Adrian.
Yeah, please leave a comment down below about your favorite thing about Adrian.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, it's a little ripe.
Well, it's like a little bruised in the areas where it would get hit.
It's getting a little.
I hate bananas.
It's getting a little spotty, getting a little soft and gross in there, as bananas do.
If this show were in the real world, like 90% of the villains would just be Facebook guy. It's like, here's another Facebook guy. He got super mad about something on Facebook.
God damn it.
I am anti-masker. Which one?
Just let him and Twitter guy fight it out.
Yeah.
They'll take care of each other.
They only are represented by squares from camera angles from too low, where you're looking up at a man in sunglasses
Yeah.
in a truck.
In a truck.
There would also be a lot
car.
of like stubbed their toe person.
Stub their toe
Because
guy.
I'm like never angrier than if I stub my toe. That's like that's peak rage.
Oh, if I
Yeah.
bonk my head on something.
bonk your head, girl. Yeah.
Bonk your head, girl. Yes.
Bonks her head and gets so mad.
Her goal is to make everyone bonk their head.
I was just trying to get the cat toy from under the bed, and instead I hit my head on the bed frame.
Now you're all going to hit your head on the
Now
bed
you're all
frame.
going to experience this.
Well, like,
bonk.
the thing I'm mad at when I do a bonk is I'm mad at my body for not knowing how to move.
Yeah.
I'm like, you do this. This is all you do is move around. Why on earth would you swing my leg with such force as to cause this much pain?
So you're
I just wanted to step.
Your
I just wanted to
Akuma-
take a
Your
step.
Akuma villain is going to be like Body Boy, where
Yeah.
you're like hyper in control of your body. Or you have like many bodies.
Yeah,
Nathan just matrix around sharp corners.
avoiding like tables and low-hanging cabinets. And...
It's like my brain separates from my body and just beats my body up without me being in my body. To be like,
just hurt.
It has nothing to do with Cat Noir or Ladybug.
no.
Yeah, they show up and they're like,
Yeah,
you got
she's-
this, buddy.
It's like, it's all right, but it happens to everyone. No.
I mean,
No.
yes, it does, but what? But
it shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
I'm sick of it.
Just let me have this.
Julia, you did make this into a nightmare.
Yeah.
I will say.
Yeah, it was real fast. It was a real fast turnaround on this nightmare. Should we look at what she actually looks like?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Show me that queen.
Yes,
I want to
queen.
say yes,
Turn me into a
queen.
banana, queen.
Slay me with banana gun.
I feel like I should also say, this is very good, Julia.
Oh, thank you.
Boom.
Wow.
Wow.
It's just a banana.
She looks like a
queen.
wasp.
Yeah, she does have a lot of like bee energy.
Well, she has a bee in her hair.
There's a lot of layers
There's a
as
bee in
to
her
why
hair.
she has bee theming.
It's because bees hang out around sweet things and bananas are kind of sweet.
It's because banana
Yes.
starts with B.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are both the correct answers. You're so smart. Wow.
She loves Beyonce.
Yes.
I think she also likes jazz.
She's also French.
Her hair is 3 bananas.
Yes.
I love this design.
You could
This
argue.
is
It's very
this is a
fun.
Pokemon
really
Gajinka.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know which
This
Pokemon,
is
but
a
it is.
banana Gajinka.
It's Vespiquen.
It is. I was gonna say that.
Yeah, it's
but
a Vespiquen Gajinka.
It's a Vespiquen times bananas.
She has bee theming because she was previously the bee superhero, but then she was like a bitch. So they took
Villain
away-
arc.
Well, she's just one continuous villain arc.
Girl boss. All right.
Yeah, but now she's not allowed to be the bee girl anymore, so she's just banana queen
She's just banana queen.
with her
love
big
that.
ass gorilla and her bananas.
Damn, good for her.
Good for
Yeah.
her.
Well, that's it. That's the Miraculous Ladybug episode.
I learned so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna turn into? The Miss Drawfee Patreon, because I'm so mad more people don't go to the Drawfee Patreon to support us.
Oh, we're all transforming.
Wow.
Because we're so mad about you who have not gone to our Patreon and given us
Yes.
your money.
And if you want to give us your miraculous, then you should also check out our merch store and maybe our Twitch, where you can give us your miraculous live.
Yeah.
Like and
Yes.
subscribe and tell us what you want to see us do.
Yeah, tell us what your Akuma would be in the comments down below, and what fun name Hawkmoth would give you. Hopefully it's a good one.
You never know with that guy.
Yeah, he's a mixed bag.
What if Hawkmoth gives you a nickname so bad that becomes what you're angry about?
It's possible.
That's food for thought. Think
Yeah.
about that, and
That's
next
scary.
time you can tell us your answers.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
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 Sorry.